Hello viewers, this is Usama Khurshid Khan and welcome to our program Cutting Edge. Today we will talk about the Kulbhushan Yadav, the spy of Indian agency RAW. As we know that espionage is the truth of all diplomacy. Nations, even the staunchest of allies, depend upon the notorious tool to maintain an upper hand over others. It is by no means a weapon of animosity, as was apparent when the revelation became public that through the NSA, the United States not only surveilled its own citizens, but nearly all of its NATO's allies, with particular cells devoted to maintaining a 24/7 surveillance report on many of these nations' leaders. Though there was public outrage, protest, congressional hearings, but none of it came as a surprise to those who have been involved in this business for some time. Another theater of conflict where espionage has fraught relations between two belligerent nations is India and Pakistan. Both have strained ties since their independence in 1947 and both accuse each other of meddling in their internal affairs. Facts prove that Pakistan is particularly hit by Indian subversive activities and its soft underbelly. The arrest of Kulbhushan Yadav from Balochistan in 2016 backed up Pakistani stance. In his confessional statement released after the arrest by Pakistan authorities, Yadav confessed of being involved in propping up terrorists such as BLA, BLF and Jamaat-ul-Ahrar. He also accepted that he and the entire RAW spy network operating out of Iran also finance and train these terrorist groups. This arrest led to a diplomatic crisis between the two countries. India internationalized the crisis by taking Yadav case International Court of Justice, where the case is still pending. Pakistan has maintained that he is a spy and hence Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations do not apply on him. However, Pakistan has always exhibiting its willingness to improve ties with India, allowed Yadav's wife and mother to meet him. The meeting took place on the 25th December 2017. Pakistan knows he is a spy. Pakistan knows he is a culprit. Pakistan knows that he was a serving Navy officer when he was abducted from Balochistan. Yet Pakistan allowed him to meet his family. This is a move that Pakistan has labeled as a humanitarian gesture, illustrates the limit of benevolence that the agencies are ready to extend to even the likes of Kulbhushan, a sentiment India clearly does not share, owing on its unwillingness to allow a similar meeting between the previously mentioned Yasin Malik and his wife for 3 years. Malik is a separatist and a freedom fighter who has never hidden behind any false agenda. His motivations have always been clear, a struggle against Indian forces in Kashmir. On the other hand, Kulbhushan is a spy, a man whose profession is to deceit of highest order. This perfectly showcases the difference in the attitudes between the two nations. A similar grievance that Pakistan might have is a similar attitude of the US in regards to Afia Siddiqui, whose family is yet to be allowed a meeting. Now these two issues of Afia and Yasin are better left for another time. Right now, what is important to note is the situation where Pakistan has seemingly set a norm. It is indeed a peculiarity that a spy's family has been allowed to meet the accused, especially when the spy belonged to a sworn enemy of state like India, though his acts and profession make him an official enemy of the state of Pakistan. It must also be never forgotten that he is a human, and humanitarian law must always have a place in the legislation of any nation. Pakistan has set a formidable example of such. One can only hope that other nations, especially India, will follow suit. It reminds me of Quaid-e-Azam residency, which got attacked and destroyed by the terrorists, and the responsible is Kulbhushan Yadav. On Quaid's birthday, instead of hanging him, Pakistan is treating Kulbhushan as their guest and arranging meetings for him. When India will follow such norms, only then can there be any hope of better diplomatic relations between the two states. Thank you so very much. Just take a very good care of you and your national affairs. See you next week.